Hey, we're back here again this evening at Marriage Maintenance, and what we're talking about this evening is titles and positions. And a lot of times we get caught up in the titles and positions of this world. And the scripture says, do not be of this world. That's even in the church. We sometimes get caught up on positions and titles, and we don't understand the most important titles and positions in the world are in our relationships. And where I'm going with that is primarily our first position is as a child of God. And we're supposed to always do things pleasing unto our Father. And then the second most important position is as a husband and wife, because that is a unity, that is a covenant of God that is supposed to be pleasing. So no matter if you've been declared, and this is for women or men, no matter if you've been declared a bishop, a prophet, a prophetess, whatever that title or position, no matter if you have been determined, if you are a bishop, if you are a pastor, if you are a reverend, whatever that position is, it is an honorable position. But always remember, when you come home, what is your position in your house? So never forget that you are husband and wife at home. Whatever that title is, remember your most important ministry is your family. A lot of times we spend all of our energy taking care of a ministry. And I'm gonna talk about the church people and titles. And I'm gonna talk about that because a lot of times we miss the mark, and that's why it is so prevalent divorce in the church, prevalent divorce in religious people, as we say, because we spend so much time focusing on making sure that our title and position is taken care of, that we don't take care of home. So for us in the ministry work, and whether it is you as a preacher or a teacher, whatever title it is that you take on, remember that home is first. So if you have a ministry, and I'm going to speak from a woman's perspective, make sure that your house, your husband is your first ministry, that he is taken care of. Do not spend more time in the church taking care of church business than you do your bedroom business. Don't spend more time in the boardroom because you are a CEO or you are owner of a corporation than you do taking care of the business at home. The best partnership and the greatest partnership of the world is the one that God put together. The original and first union of husband and wife. And in order to have a healthy relationship, we must understand that we cannot take those titles and positions at home and rule in those same manners. We don't run a house the same way that you run a corporation. You don't run a house the same way that you run a church. And a lot of times we are seeking out the wrong people because we're seeking out people to complement a position or to complement a title. But we're not seeking out people to create or complement us as an individual person that God has called us to be. Those positions and those titles are good, but we don't need additional people to be clothing or to be accessories in our lives. We need them to be where they provide us with joy and happiness as a complement to where we already are as a whole individual person. So all I want you to get from this call, from this talk, is that you understand whatever your title or your position is, don't take it home. Be a husband, be a head of the household, be a provider. And provider does not mean you are necessarily the breadwinner, the primary breadwinner, but be a provider, whether it is providing support, whatever it is in your particular household provision looks like, because it looks like something different for everybody. So where we are not going to lack is taking in what somebody else does and actually trying to duplicate it. But remember, the title only works in the world because the most important title you want to be called is the child of God and be respected at home as a husband or as a wife. And when we take on those titles and roles and we do those roles effectively, we have reached where we need to be. Thank you for letting me give you this brief message tonight. Always join us at Relationship Service Station every third Thursday of the month. Thank you.